Welcome to the One Star Weak Foot Show, FIFA 21 edition, starring your host, One Star Weak Foot, and our review specialist, One Star Weak Foot. Bow! Good evening and welcome to the One Star Weak Foot Show, your one-stop shop for player reviews. I'm going to be your host today, One Star Weak Foot, and it makes me feel fantastic to see you back on the channel. Thank you very much for tuning in. So, as you guys know, on the One Star Weak Foot Show, we love the people. We do what we do for the people, and as you guys know, I did post a video reviewing Rio Ferdinand last week, and you guys were in the comments. You were asking me questions about different center backs on this game, and it came to my attention. I actually haven't tried a lot of these players out. So today we do an episode for the people. Today we review two of the best defenders on this game, 89 Laurent Blanc and 91 rated prime icon Desailly. So guys, let's take a look at these cards. The first card is going to be 89 rated Laurent Blanc. And you might be wondering at home, yo, One Star, why are you reviewing the middle icon? Why not put the prime Blanc against the prime Desailly? And it's very simple. Number one, I ran out of coins. Point blank, period. Number two, when you look at the middle icon Blanc and then you compare him to the prime icon Blanc, they're virtually the same card. I mean, I know I say this about a lot of cards, but these cards are virtually identical. I believe there's like an 8 in-game or 9 in-game stat difference between the two cards. So really, they're about the same in-game, all right? So when you look at this Blanc card, he has a lot of great attributes. He's 6'4", he's medium-high, he's right-footed with a 2-star, 3-star combination. As you guys see here, I've played him 4 games in division rivals, and I got 1 goal and 0 assists. Before we go any further, if you're enjoying the content, if you want more content like this, do me a big solid and hit the like button down below. And if you're new to the channel, as always, don't be shy. Please subscribe to the channel. I appreciate all you guys at home for watching this video. So, when you look at Laurent Blanc, I mean, he's a favorite of mine. I mean, every single FIFA, I love all his cards, whether it's the midfielder version of his card, whether it's his 89, his 91, or his prime icon moments version. He just has this body type. He has very important attributes to really make him a meta card on this game. Is the same going to hold true for him this year? We're going to see. I mean, he has the pace. He has very good dribbling for a center back. I dare say that some of his stats are elite there. 87 ball control is fantastic. 85 reactions is very nice. 74 ball control for somebody 6'4", that's a defender, is unheard of on this game. His passing stats look very nice as well, and I do value passing on my center backs because I like to play out from the back. Defending wise, I mean, you're not going to get much better than this. 93 stand tackling, 92 defensive awareness are the key stats here. And physically, he's no slouch, okay? He has 85 aggression, 84 strength at 6'4", which means he's going to be an absolute monster in game. The next card we're going to be talking about here is 91 rated prime icon Desailly. And if you truly believe that the greatest form of attack is defense, you might be looking into this card. All right, he's 6'1". He has medium-high work rates. He's right-footed. Once again, with a 2-star, 3-star combination. And as you guys see here, I played 4 games with him in division rivals, and I got no goal contributions. And when you look at this card, comparing him to Blanc, I mean, they're actually very similar, right? He's shorter than Blanc, but at the same time, he's more physical. 92 strength, 93 aggression are going to be key stats here. His pace is a little bit higher than Blanc as well. His defending stats are virtually identical to Blanc's. I mean, both of them have stats to the point where all you got to do is throw Shadow Chem style on them and they're going to be maxed out. Dribbling wise, he's not too shabby. The 92 composure really stands out here. Passing wise, he's not going to be quite as good as Blanc, so he's not going to be quite a ball playing center back, but at the same time, I don't anticipate him to be an issue on this end either. So, without further ado, we're going to jump into the gameplay. I'm going to take you over to our review specialist in the studios, One Star Weak Foot. Take it away. Thanks, One Star. As you guys know, we got another double review for you guys today, and the first card we're going to be talking about here is 89 rated Laurent Blanc. He's going for about 850k on the PS4 market. Is he worth it? I would have to say absolutely. If you need an elite center back to hold your back line together, he's going to give you everything you need in that position and more. We're going to break it down. First, we're going to talk about his pace. He has 79 pace. And being that pace is so meta in this game, it's been a while since I've used or reviewed a card that had less than 80 pace. Is this pace an issue? I would say no. I definitely throw a Shadow Chem style on them for good measure, but at the same time, I didn't notice his pace being an issue at all. Part of that is because he has such long legs. He seems to glide on the pitch, and even if he's not quite as quick as Desailly, he covers just as much ground with his big body. And overall, I have to give his pace an 8 out of 10. It's very good. It's not a liability at all. Next, we'll talk about his passing, and Honestly, this was the most impressive part of the card. His short and long passing are 80 and 81 respectively, and you really feel that in game. There were so many times I was being pressed by my opponent. I mean, press after possession loss, team press are just so overpowered on this game. And Blanc was able to pass out of pressure with brilliance. I mean, there were times where they were breathing down his neck in the trenches and he let off a perfect pass to get out of pressure. I really enjoyed that. His vision and curve are nothing to write home about, but once again, I just found him doing the job very well. And overall, his passing is an 8.5 out of 10. He's very solid playing out the back, and if you do value that, you're really gonna enjoy this card. Next, we'll talk about his dribbling, and really, he felt very smooth. He's probably, I mean, if you've used Blanc in any other game, he's probably one of the smoothest 6'4" players on this game. He has the 74 agility, the 72 balance, and this allows him to keep up with players like Neymar, to keep up with players like Mertens, because he's 6'4", so you already know he's gonna hang with the big boys. And because of his agility, he also hangs with the agile players on this game. He has 74 dribbling, but what's really big here is the 87 ball control. So when he tackles players, it seems that he tackles the ball and keeps possession very, very well. That's not to be understated. He has 84 composure as well, which means that he doesn't really crumble under high pressure situations. And overall, this guy's dribbling is an 8.5 out of 10. As far as center backs goes, he is very, very good in this regard. Finally, we'll be talking about his defending and physical contributions, and honestly, he was absolutely flawless in this regard. The one thing I noticed with him, as well as Desailly, is that their defensive AI is second to none. It is absolutely insane. They're always sprinting into position. They always seem to want to be in the right place at the right time to break a play, and that's a far cry from a lot of players on this game. Because if you play this game enough, you're gonna find that certain players on this game are kind of lazy. The AI in this game defensively can be lazy at times. This Blanc and the Desailly I did try today were always in the right place at the right time, and it really was a joy to use them. They're plug and play for any play style. They're really going to do their own work on their own. His stand tackle was incredibly clean. He was one of the cleanest stand tackles on this game, and because of his long legs, he has one of those stand tackles that even if you mistime it, he'll wrap around the opponent and grab the ball anyway. His strength and aggression at 84 and 85 don't look that great on paper, but because he's 6'4", he tends to bully people out of the way, and his 90 stamina is absolutely clutch for people like me who like to pressure for large periods of the game. His heading accuracy and jumping was very nice as well. He actually scored me a header off a corner, and overall, have to give his defending and physical a 10 out of 10. Alright guys, so what's the final verdict on this card? I think he's absolutely worth every single penny. I do think he's probably one of the best center backs at this price range. I mean, he pretty much is the total package. He has the pace, he has the dribbling, he has the size to hang with anybody on this game, but at the same time, the agility to hang with the smaller players on this game. His defending is very clean, and his physical is not too shabby. And overall, I have to give him a 9.5 out of 10. He is absolutely brilliant. The next card we have today is somebody going for twice the price in Prime Icon Desailly. He's selling for 1.6 million on the PS4 market. Is he worth it? I would have to say not a chance. For that price, you expect the best center back on this game, and while he is one of the best center backs on this game, I mean, 1.6 million is way too much to pay when you have somebody like Blanc who's just as good as him selling for half the price. We're gonna break down the stats. First, we're gonna talk about his pace. He has 83 pace, and he is rapid on this game, and not only that, he is hungry to win possession of the ball. He covers a lot of ground, and like I said earlier in this video, his defensive AI is always making sure you're covered on the counter, and overall, this guy's pace is a 9 out of 10. It is absolutely brilliant. Next, we'll talk about his passing, and honestly, I noticed a step below here when comparing him to Blanc. I mean, he is tidy on the ball. He is able to make passes. He's not a liability, but at the same time, he doesn't quite possess that playmaking capability coming out of the back. And overall, I have to give his passing a 6 out of 10. It gets the job done. It's not a liability, but it is by no means a strength either. Next, we'll talk about his dribbling, and the crazy thing is he's 3 inches shorter than Laurent Blanc, but he feels a lot blockier, a lot stockier in game. A lot of that is due to body type, but also it's due to the fact he has 59 agility and 56 balance. But strangely enough, I didn't really notice it being an issue at all. He has the important stats down packed for center back with a 92 composure and 87 reactions, and he actually isn't too horrible on the ball. He's not like Varane where they feel horrible and when they get pressure, they can't pass out of pressure. Desailly actually is decent under pressure. Overall, this guy's dribbling is a 7.5 out of 10. It's pretty decent, not great, but at the same time, like I said, if you're being pressured, don't be scared to take a touch or two and then make the pass. He's able to do that very well. Finally, we'll be talking about his defending and physical, and like Blanc, he is absolutely perfect in this regard. I can't really think of many weaknesses here. I mean, his stand tackle, while not quite as clean as Blanc, is very powerful, very strong, very aggressive. It's because of his stats: 92 aggression, 93 strength, and he's very blocky in game. He's like a pit bull that's a giant. I mean, it's very, very hard to get past him on this game. He has 91 interceptions with 92 defensive awareness, and once again, this guy's defensive AI does all the work for you. His stamina at 83 is very nice as well, and jumping and heading accuracy is very strong on this card as well. So if you want somebody to win headers, if you want somebody to clear headers, he's gonna be very good at that. Overall, this guy's defending and physical is a 10 out of 10. It is absolutely insane. Alright guys, so what's the final verdict on this card? Once again, like Blanc, there's not many flaws here. He's not as complete of a player as Blanc. Like, he can't play out of the back as well as him. He's not quite as agile on the ball. But as far as a pure defender on this game, it's hard to think of many that are better than him. He has the pace. He has the defending and physical that are absolutely elite on this game. But why don't I think he's worth 1.6? I just think 1.6 is way too much to pay for a center back when you have alternatives like Blanc, like Rio, that are pretty much as good as this card, but a fraction of the price. Overall, though, I have to give him a 9.5 out of 10. You're in safe hands if you have Desailly. Alright guys, so that's going to be my double review for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Once again, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next episode, but until then,